beautiful people, and welcome. In today's video, we're going to be discussing some math tricks specifically for multiplication. I'm going to be going over how to fill out your multiplication table really quickly, but I'm not going to show you a multiplication table. I'm just going to show you the tricks for each little section. So let's go ahead and title this. We'll call this multiplication tricks. Now, I'm pretty sure if you look on YouTube, there's going to be many videos about these. So I don't claim that my tricks are the only ones out there. I'm sure you can find more, but this is what I like and this is what I recommend. And again, if you have other tricks, you go for it. All right, the first thing I want to say is ones. When we are multiplying anything by 1, it is itself. So whatever you're multiplying by 1, it's the number. So for example, 1 times 1 times 1 times 1 times 1 times 1 times 1. We're just going to write that because we're multiplying all the numbers by 1. So let's say 1 times 1, 1 times 2, 1 times 3, 1 times 4, 1 times 5, 1 times 6, 1 times 7, etc. Okay, it keeps going. So notice that the number that we are multiplying 1 by, so if we are multiplying 1 times something, this number is the answer. So same thing. So 1 times 3, 3 is the answer. 1 times 4, 4 is the answer. 1 times 5, 5 is the answer. 1 times 6, 6 the answer. 1 times 7, 7 the answer. So let's go ahead and do an example real quick. Let's say 1 times 256, or let's say 87 times 1. So the order doesn't matter. If you are multiplying by 1, take the number, and that's your answer. Take the number that's not 1, and that's your answer. So that is how you multiply by 1. 2, it is. When you're multiplying by 2, it follows a pattern. So here it is, 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. And then let's multiply by, let's say, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And once again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And again, this pattern continues. So I'm only going up to 7, but this pattern continues forever and ever and ever. All right, so let's see what this is. Now, there you go. I hesitated for a second because I was doing my equals. Whenever you're multiplying by 2, the easiest way to think of 2 is by adding 2 to the previous number. So for example, we know anything times 1. Do you see how there's a 1 here? And here's 1 times 2 is the same thing as 2 times 1. Anything multiplied by 1 is that number. So I'm going to start out by 2. Then I'm going to add 2 to the answer, the previous answer. So 2 plus 2 is 4. So 2 times 2 is 4. I'm going to keep adding 2 to my previous answer. So 4, 5, 6. So 2 times 3 is 6. Once again, I'm going to add 2 to my previous answer. So this is 8. 2 times 4 is 8. I'm going to add 2 to my previous answer. And that pattern continues forever and ever and ever. So 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So if I want to say, let's say, for example, 2 times, I don't know. Let's do 2 times 10. So I'm going to actually use my fingers for this. Here are my fingers. So this is how I do it for 2s. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So I know I have 10 on my hand. And this is 2 times 1, 2 times 2, 2 times 3, 2 times 4, 2 times 5. So 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So 2 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 was 20. All right, so here's the trick for number 3s. The number 3 trick is pretty cool. I personally think so. So for threes, you're going to make this chart graph, 2 lines, 2 lines. This to me, the XO, when you play XO, that's the chart that you have there. All right, so whenever we're multiplying by threes, let's start from the top. We're going to write, let's start from the bottom. And we're going to go from the bottom, 1, 2, 3. And again, we're going from the bottom, 4, 5, 6. Once again, going from the bottom, 7, 8, 9. We're going from the bottom, so I'm going to put a little thinking bubble here. Start at the bottom. For each column. Okay, so this right here is your 0 row. So you're going to put a 0 in front. You don't have to because 0 is just nothing. The second row is your 1 row. Your third row is your 2 row. This right here is 3 times 1. This is 3 times 2, 3 times 3. This row right here is 3 times 4, 3 times 5, 3 times 6. The last row, 3 times 7, 3 times 8, 3 times 9. So if I wanted to know what, for an example, 3 times 6 is, I have this little table now. That's what it's called. It was called a table. Do you guys remember? Okay. 3 times 6, so this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 3 times 6 is, when you take this number is 18, and that is your answer. 3 times 6 is 18. Let's do another one. 3 times, let's do 3 times 8. I don't know what that is, so I'm going to make this table real quick. It only took me a few seconds to make that table. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and I have 24 there. So 3 times 8 is 24. So that's your tricks for threes. Let's move on to number fours. So fours, you're going to do a brick method. So you're starting out the brick with 3 bricks on top, 2 on the bottom. This method right here, you're going to take these bricks, so 3, 2, you're going to keep doing it. 3, 2, 3, 2. You can continue doing that. And this is how we're going to fill that in. We're going to start at the very top. Watch how I fill this out. We're going to follow a pattern. Let me actually get another. Sorry, guys, I don't know if you can hear the lawn service in the back. I apologize for that. We're going to follow a pattern. We're going to start on the left side of the bricks of 3. We're going to go down. From here, we're going to go back up. We're going to go down and back up. And we're going to do that again. So we're going to start here, down, up, down, up. And again, start here, down, up, down, up. We're going to keep doing that. So what do we fill in? We fill in with numbers. Starting with the bricks of 3 on the left-hand side, you're going to start with 0. You're going to follow the arrow down, 2. You're going to follow the arrow up, 4. You're going to follow the arrow down, 6. You're going to follow the arrow up, 8. So you know how we were, let me go back up here for the multiples of 2. So we have 2, 4, 6, 8. We're going to repeat that, 2, 4, 6, 8, 2, 4, 6, 8 for our fours. So 0, 2, 4, 6, 8. Now we're starting again. 0, go down, 2, go up, 4, go down, 6, go up, 8. Do that one more time. Starting at 0, go down, 2, go up, 4, go down, 6, go up, 8. Okay, now that we have these numbers, we're going to fill in the tens place. We're going to put a number in front of it. On the very top, you're going to put a number 0 in front. Then you're going to put a number 1 in front. Then you're going to put a number 2 in front. Then you're going to put a number 3 in front. Then you're going to put a number 4 in front, and so forth. So this is your tens place. So you're kind of putting or adding a 10 to it or adding a 20. So here's a 10, here's your 20s, here's your 30s, here's your 40s. The easiest way to deal with this is by just putting that number in front. So I have a 1. We're adding to the green numbers. To the green numbers. Okay, so if this is a 10, so you put a 1 in front. This is a 20, you put a 2 in front. This is a 30, you put a 3 in front. This is a 40, you put a 4 in front. And then this is going to be our 5s, put a 5 in front. And there you have it. So which one goes with which one? So let's start. This is 4 times 0. 4 times 1, 4 times 2. This is 4 times 3. This is 4 times 4. This is 4 times 5, 4 times 6, 4 times 7, 4 times 8, 4 times 9, 4 times 10, 11, 12, and you get the idea. So if I wanted to know what 4 times 7 is, I'm going to go to my bricks and I'm going to say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So here's 4 times 7, and that's 28. Don't forget that you're starting with 0. That's what I just did. I don't know if you guys saw that, but I accidentally called this one. This is 0. So this is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm here for 28. All right, 5s. 5s, in my opinion, are one of my favorites because we count on our fingers. And you're going to just add 5 each time. So let's do this. 5 times, 5 times, 5 times, 5 times. Just a few of them so you can see the pattern. And I'm going to say 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oops, that should be equal signs. I don't know why I did that. Okay, 5 times 1 is 5. 5 times 2 is, I don't know. I'm going to add 10 to, I'm going to add 5 to my previous answer. So 5 plus 5 is 10. 5 plus 5 more 10 plus 5 is 15. So do you notice how it's kind of already? I have a 5, 0, 5. The next one's going to be 0. And then I'm going to have 5. So you're going to have 2 in each. So do you see how I have 0? So this is 1, 1. This is 2, 2. Then I'm going to have 3, 3. Then I'm going to have 4, 4. And I'm going to go 0, 5, 0, 5. So 0, 5, 0, 5, 0, 5 as my answers. So that means this is 5 times 6, 7, 8, 9. And I multiplied 5, 5. So again, we're going to keep the same number twice in our tens place. So I have 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4. Then I have in the ones place 5, 0, 5, 0, 5, 0, 5, 0, 5. And it keeps going forever and ever. So how I said count with your fingers, I usually count with my fingers. Let's go ahead and zoom out. So I say 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. And it kind of rhymes. If you do it enough with your fingers, it rhymes. So let's try again. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. There you go. That's how I count with my fingers. So if I wanted to say what is 5 times 6, I stop at finger number 6. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I stop at finger number 6. I said 30, so 5 times 6 is 30. All right, let's go ahead and focus on 6, 7, and 8. Now, I did group them together for a reason. For 6, 7, and 8, I like to do the multiplication with fingers. Okay, so what that means is I'm going to draw two hands, and those two hands are going to be looking at you, okay? So I'm going to draw a hand. Again, let me actually, I apologize in advance how this is going to look. Okay, so that's one, and this is going to be your other one. As long as I have 5 fingers on each, I'm happy. Okay, so we have this. This is your pinky, so this is 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So now you can notice that we can do this for 9s and 10s as well. For 9s and then just 10 times 10, but yeah, we can't do it for 10s. I want to show you something else for 9s. So you can do this for 9s as well. So you have your fingers. Let me actually write it. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's do that on my other hand. I am not left-handed, so let's see. 6. You guys can watch me struggle. 7, 8, 9, 10. That's actually not too bad. That 10. That 10 looks like a 16. You guys, this is a 10. All right, so how does this work? Let's say I want to do 6 times 7. So it has a 6, it has a 7. I'm going to take my 6th finger on one hand and I'm going to put it next to my 7th finger. So I have 1, 2, 3 fingers. Do you see how I have 3 fingers? I'm going to get rid of anything on top. So 6 and 7 are here. I have 6 on the bottom, 7 and 6. So I have 3 fingers total. These 3 fingers represent your, sorry you guys, I don't know if you heard that, that was my alarm. These are 3 fingers that represent your tens place. So this is 10, 20, 30. So I'm going to write down 30. So I'm going to count the fingers that are touching and below. For the remainder fingers, I'm going to take away the 3 fingers that I already counted. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 fingers left. However, I have 3 on one hand and I have 4 on the other. So this is 3 times 4. 3 times 4 is 12. So I'm going to add to that whatever 3 times 4 is. So I have 30 plus 12. So I have 42. So what that means is 6 times 7 is 42. So I'm going to show you how I did that here. So I have 2 hands, right? Here is, so this is 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then this right here was, I want my 6 to touch to the 7. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Again, don't mind my drawing. So this is your 6. And this is your 7. 6 and 7, 3 fingers. Those are, each finger is worth 10. So fingers that are touching. And below, each finger is 10. Add together. So if I have 3 fingers, I have 1 finger touching to another finger. So that's 10, 20, 30. So that's step number 1. Step number 2 is on each hand, take the remaining fingers, count how many there are, and then you're going to multiply them. So I had 3 fingers on this hand, and I had, and I had 4 fingers on this hand. Count each hand's remaining remaining fingers and multiply. So for example, I had 3 times 4, and that's 12. So step number 3, you guys didn't see that, I apologize. Step number 3 is add the 2 answers together. So we did an example using 6 and 7, so let's use an example using 8. So let's do example using 8 times 9. Again, you have your fingers. On one hand, here's your 8. Let me zoom out. So here's your 8, and I'm going to multiply that by 9. Okay, so how many fingers are touching and below? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 fingers. Each finger is worth 10. So I have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. So I have 7 fingers, 2 touching, and then the rest are below. So 7 fingers, that means I have 70. And to that, I'm going to add whatever is above. So here is 1 finger. So 1 times 2. So this is what is left over. Okay, so here's my 8, here's my 9, and I'm going to take everything else away. This is what was left over, 1 times 2. So I have 1 times 2, 1 times 2. And we're going to add that together. So 70 plus 2 is 72. So my answer to that is 8 times 9 is 72. Quickly, let's go over numbers for the trick for numbers 9s. So I'm going to say 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9. Oops. Okay, and we're going to multiply that by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. All right, and what's really cool is you start with whatever you have. So 1 times 9 is 9. Then you're going to actually go down. So I'm going to go 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. And I'm going to go back to 9. And then this is your ones place. So this is the ending number. Now the beginning number, you're going to start with 0. So this is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now once you get to 9, you're going to go back one more time to 9, and you're going to keep counting. So 9 is double. So there's 9. Let's do a few more. So let's do the ones place. So I started 0, 9, 8, 7. Do you see that? So I have 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. 9, 8, 7. And then for the ones place, for the tens place, I have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 again. Then you have 10. Then you have 11. And then you keep going. That is your trick for 9s. And very lastly, 10s. We'll do 10s. 10s are also one of my favorite because you take whatever that number is and you put a 0 on it. So let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And you can go on to for forever and ever, and this pattern's going to work. So for example, 10 times 1, we take that number, we put it. Times 2, take that number, put it. And that's going to be in your tens place. That's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then behind it, you're going to, trying to find a different color. You're going to put that 0. So this 0 goes behind it. So whatever you're multiplying 10 by, take that number, put a 0 behind it, and that's what you have. So for example, if you have 10 times 256, take that number, whatever that number is, 256, and then put a 0 at the end, and you have multiplied by 10. All right, beautiful people, that wraps it up. If you have any questions, definitely let me know. Thank you so much for watching my video. As always, like, share, subscribe, and I appreciate you spending some time with me. Take care.